Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we bring you our intraday market analysis for March 13, 2025, covering our four key markets: Ethereum, the DXY, UsOil, and the Us30. Our focus remains on interpreting the cyclical tendencies within mass pressure data to guide potential intraday trading strategies for today's session. Let's begin immediately with Ethereum. Following our market observations this week and examining the mass pressure data specifically for Thursday, March 13, 2025, we identify a clearly bearish cyclical tendency for Ethereum throughout today's trading session. The mass pressure chart for Ethereum on Thursday demonstrably shows a consistent downward trend for the majority of the trading session. While intraday rebounds remain present, the dominant cyclical pattern points decisively towards sustained bearish pressure throughout Thursday. Based on this mass pressure analysis, we anticipate a bearish intraday tendency for Ethereum on March 13th. Intraday traders may want to prioritize short opportunities, particularly capitalizing on mass pressure rallies within the overall downtrend, while always adhering to sound risk management principles. Historically, based on mass pressure patterns, significant intraday price movements in Ethereum have often initiated around the early European session, approximately 1 to 3 o'clock Universal Time Coordinated. Please note that there are no major fundamental news releases scheduled for Ethereum today. Moving on to the DXY, the US dollar index. Analyzing the mass pressure data for the DXY specifically for Thursday, March 13, 2025, we observe a slightly bullish cyclical tendency, a shift from the extreme neutrality of previous days. The mass pressure chart for the DXY on Thursday reveals a market with a gentle upward bias, showing a slow and gradual increase in mass pressure throughout the session. Volatility remains low, but the overall directional tendency is to the upside. This mass pressure profile suggests a slightly bullish intraday tendency for the DXY on March 13. Expect gradually rising prices with low volatility for the dollar index. Intraday traders might consider cautiously exploring long opportunities, focusing on minor mass pressure pullbacks for potential entries. Based on historical mass pressure patterns, potential significant price movements in the DXY might emerge around the late European session and early US session, roughly 13 to 1500 hours Universal Time Coordinated. Be particularly aware that the US CPI, Consumer Price Index, data is scheduled for release at 13:30 Universal Time Coordinated. This high-impact fundamental news event could significantly amplify volatility and potentially override the underlying cyclical tendency. Exercise extreme caution around this news release. Now, let's turn our attention to UsOil. When we analyze the mass pressure data for Thursday, March 13, 2025, in UsOil, we identify a cyclical tendency that is moderately bullish. Continuing the shift from earlier neutrality and bearishness, the mass pressure chart for UsOil on Thursday shows a consistent and moderate upward trend across the trading session. The directional tendency is clearly to the upside, suggesting increasing buying pressure. Intraday volatility remains at moderate levels, but the dominant pattern is the consistent upward trajectory of mass pressure. This mass pressure analysis suggests a bullish intraday tendency for UsOil on March 13. Intraday traders might consider focusing on long opportunities in UsOil, looking to capitalize on mass pressure pullbacks within the overarching uptrend, while diligently managing risk in line with the moderate volatility levels. Historically, mass pressure patterns suggest potential significant price movements in UsOil may begin around the late US session, approximately 19 to 2100 hours Universal Time Coordinated. Note that there are no major fundamental news releases directly impacting UsOil scheduled for this period, but broader market sentiment shifts in the late US session can still influence price action. Finally, let's examine Us30, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Analyzing the mass pressure data specifically for Thursday, March 13, 2025, for the Us30, we observe a cyclical tendency characterized as neutral to slightly bearish, and again, extremely choppy and volatile. Continuing the volatile pattern from previous days, the mass pressure chart for the US30 on Thursday reveals a market still dominated by pervasive intraday volatility and highly erratic fluctuations. Similar to Wednesday, a subtle bearish bias might be inferred, but the overriding characteristic remains extreme choppiness and a lack of clear directional conviction. This indicates a continuation of the highly unpredictable trading environment for the US30. Therefore, we anticipate a neutral to slightly bearish, but primarily extremely choppy and volatile, intraday tendency for the US30 on March 13. Intraday traders should remain prepared for exceptionally volatile and two-sided price action. Stringent risk management, drastically reduced position sizing, and an extremely selective approach to trading signals remain absolutely critical. Prudent traders may well consider significantly reducing or even suspending intraday trading of the US30 entirely today, focusing on potentially more predictable opportunities in other markets. Historically, mass pressure patterns for US30 have often indicated potential significant intraday movements during the early US session, approximately 14 to 1600 hours Universal Time Coordinated. Be particularly mindful of the US CPI news release at 13:30 Universal Time Coordinated, as mentioned for the DXY. This high-impact news event is very likely to induce significant volatility in the US30 as well, potentially masking or overriding any underlying cyclical tendencies. Exercise extreme caution around the news release and potentially for the entire US session. It is important to remember that market analysis, including this mass pressure cyclical tendency analysis, is probabilistic, not a definitive prediction. Cyclical tendencies are identified from mass pressure patterns, but market behavior is dynamic and can deviate. The overall cyclical tendency is a directional guide, but also note the potential for rush sections from the mass pressure chart, indicating significant profit opportunities if the timing is right. Mass pressure cycles and rush sections are timing cues for entry-exit, maximizing profit when timing aligns with rush sections. Utilize periodic timing and rush section projections for entries, especially at key technical levels or trend continuation patterns. Always align with your personal technical analysis and strict risk management. In summary, our integrated methodology, which combines fundamental awareness with mass pressure cyclical tendency analysis, is designed to offer a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of intraday market behavior. This analysis is intended to assist in identifying potential daily market tendencies and key intraday timing points to facilitate more informed and strategic trading decisions. Always remember to remain responsive and adaptable to real-time price action and diligently maintain robust and prudent risk management practices in all of your trading endeavors. If you have found this intraday market analysis to be valuable and insightful, we encourage you to show your support by giving us a thumbs up and clicking the like button. Please share this video with fellow traders who might benefit from this analysis, and we warmly invite you to contribute your comments, questions, and feedback in the comments section below. Your engagement and community participation are greatly valued. For more frequent market updates and analyses, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. And for the most timely intraday updates and real-time market insights delivered directly to you, be sure to join our Telegram group. The direct link is conveniently located in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and we extend our best wishes for a consistently successful and well-informed trading day.